Hello and welcome to the Capsule Cast Week 15, the final week of the main season. I am your host, Destiny, with our special guest here, Coach of Hybrids, Enemy Controller.
I think I have deja vu right now.
Yeah, you've been on the cast quite a lot, haven't you?
I've been twice this week.
Uh,
Oh no, no one knows that, but
maybe a separate timeline, man. But I don't know. But with that, are we ready to start on our way?
yep.
Alright, here we have match 1 with Sentai versus Royals. We have Metacooler and Saiyaman to start. It was a decent brawl all in all. Just Saiyaman looking decent on the build that they've been going on him recently. Key +1, I believe. Right, Enemy?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, wow. I'm like, Sigman's got him down to like pretty much half a bar. I mean, no, sorry, he got like he met it pretty even, and he actually tied at half a bar, which was pretty cool. I mean, it looked good with the amount of justice slashes and the much he was using his blast stocks. I mean, I wish this salmon was back, and when it counted, but hopefully he'll do that next year.
Then, as you can see by Royals' stats there, basically everyone did their 40k. Slug did 71. And it was a Sentai victory. So Enemy, why do you think it was a Sentai victory if Royals did basically an entire team's worth of damage?
Well, I mean, it was kind of Burr and a Doug Golan show. I mean, yeah, it was. That's what I remember right now, because I say that it's been a little bit. It's been a day, but I always kind of forgot already. Yeah, it was Burr. He ended up going against Vidal. He ended up pretty much Vidal looked good, but her spamming stuff. But he just got unlucky with the block. Burr kept blocking her, so it kind of shut her down. And he got Vidal under a bar before she tagged, and then went to baby, and then ended up killing him. Burr kind of stalled out, but he did pretty well. I mean, he got down. The Burr they at least like 1.5 bars before he died, and then Doug Golan just kind of swept at the end.
Actually, from what it looks like here, it was actually Saiyawoman versus Slug as the lasting point, because Adult Gohan apparently didn't do much versus Slug.
You're right. For Saiyaman, it's like for Saiyawoman, yeah. See.
As everyone points out, Giants are kind of good against Sentai, but apparently in the main season, Sentai just, beats Giants like their power body or ultimate body doesn't matter. I mean,
crazy.
I mean, this especially isn't the first team with Giants they beat. They beat Kaiju earlier this season. So apparently, main season Sentai is good against Giants.
He's trying to pull it back, man, but just couldn't get too much tags, man. Tags and ended up being, Saiyaman and Saiyawoman ended up finishing him off.
Yeah, Saiyawoman with dragon power, boosting those clashes, and guess what Slug mostly got in? Clashes. Ain't no power body to stop a clash. But with that, shall we get moving on to match 2?
Do we have to?
You know we're gonna have to.
Fine.
Alright, moving on to match 2, we have Namek Hybrids starting off with an oldie but goodie and a rematch of a century. Ultimate Gohan versus Late Piccolo. Exact same build. I don't think exact same AI. You can.
Yeah, they are both using Chaozu, I believe.
Okay, so it was basically they were both on the exact same thing.
Or just Bulbator was different. Like I attack, ultimate attack +1 and late Piccolo attack +2.
Ah, I see. Well, they nearly took each other out, but ultimate proved to be the better meleeer. And then both of them tagged. And
yeah, I mean it was like I said, like I mean I lost the battle. But I mean, I'm sorry, but won the battle, but lost the war. I wished my ultimate goal and beat Blade Piccolo, got revenge from last year a little bit at least, you know, even though I lost overall. I couldn't do much though because, dang,
Tambourine.
what was it? Marine just ended up killing us. It's like, and King too. Like it's just like the last two. It's like, hey, like I'm just going to sweep you guys. Like we were winning the whole game, and then ended up like. And he ended up, those two guys ended up just coming back and winning that. I was like so mad.
You won the melee front. Like you won the melee front for your revenge from the playoff match from last season against Late Piccolo, but you lost the war versus their team.
Yep.
Also, what's going on with what? Serious question here. What's going on with teams? Like, sometimes he wants to transform, then he does, and he breaks. Sometimes he doesn't want to transform, then he breaks. What's happening?
I think he hasn't transformed at all this whole year. I don't know if he.
No, I think he's transformed at least once, and he broke.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been.
Oh wait.
I mean,
no, I remember. He transformed versus Goten. Almost brought it back versus Goten before the transformation, then he broke.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why this difficulty just has a rough with transformation with Team Gohan. Like after I transformed, they end up just derping. Funny because I mean, oh yeah. By the way, I want to tell you that Future was using Krillin. Back then I told you about the AI. It was Krillin that was doing well, and that's what I have currently on. I forgot to tell you that from previous casts.
Mm-hmm.
And but Teen, yeah, I know. Like I try to give him as much keys as I could, you know, to make him spam, but he just sometimes spams and sometimes he just sits there and eats stuff. It's like he's just, I don't know if it's like fundamentally broken or something right now. Like he just does not want to work.
That just always seems to be the case when he has to transform to Super Saiyan 2. Now, if you shatter the limit him Super Saiyan 2 in the Gauntlet, then he just destroys teams. So it's like you can kind of make a case for him starting Super Saiyan 2 because it kind of sucks when he goes there, but then you can't because you have stuff like the Gauntlet, just amplifying what Super Saiyan 2 Goku can do. But to be fair, in the Gauntlet, since it's shattered, a lot of stuff gets broken off, like
KSA.
Yeah, KSA and stuff like that. So he wouldn't be at full power if he was Super Saiyan 2 starting in the main season, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be allowed Savior either because of his ult.
Yep.
And I know you guys love putting Savior on him.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I took it on, put it off. Like I've been like back and forth between Savior.
I mean, to be fair, I think other than Kid, most of your people don't mind having Savior.
Yeah, I mean, the Kid's kind of in this weird ass point where he's like, where he's kind of he's kind of like the guy that throw on the
he takes the spares.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, you put everything on, all the good stuff on your characters you know they'll do well, and then just certain characters end up getting the spares.
Kids roll right now. If I can fix it, you know, it's option, but like we'll have to see. I mean, like I said, just with Kid, it's just our teens. I don't know why he will sit there and eat stuff like EBTUs and sit there and like just take combos and just like die, and then try transform maybe at the end of like half a bar left, and then just do nothing and die instantly.
I'm pretty sure at the end of this too that at the end of this match, it was just Ultimate Gohan versus King and Late, and King just destroyed him.
Future versus King, and King shut him down really bad.
From what I from what it looked like, it was King versus Future, then Teen, then Ultimate Gohan. Because Ultimate Gohan tagged, remember?
Yeah, so yeah, King, it was King at the end. It was King versus Ultimate at the end. Yeah.
Just hey, don't sleep on King Piccolo.
No, I'm still mad at, like, man, I don't know why they get so lucky with some certain stuff. With hitting, like, I don't know why my team just, I don't know if it's luck or it's something else. Cause like, I swear, like, my guys just like sit there and like do not want to fight at the end of the battle of my matches. They do well in the start, like fast starters, and then they'll slowly just shut off at the end of the match.
They get arrogant. They use too much energy at the start, so they're tired out.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think enough harboring on this match. Shall we move on to match 3? Alright, match 3, we got Cinema versus Kaiju, and like Sentai, Cinema, who are the underdogs in this one, won. They're technically their first win, and quite a lot of weeks. Because if I remember correctly, they were on a 10-game losing streak.
Yeah, they pay off Nappa. That's why. And Nappa throw that.
I mean,
holy cow!
I don't think just that, but we can get to that in a minute. I also just think it's Gogeta does. I think it also helps that we have 2 Draconic Aura users innately. So
yeah,
even,
it definitely
even
does
if they
help.
were going to go ape, it was not going to be pretty. But enemy, what were some of your thoughts on this match? Since we had a starter on a build we didn't normally use a lot, or actually that was the second week we used that build. And like first week we had him starting in a while versus Kaiju.
Well, honestly, I thought the starting match, Radz versus Gogeta, was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty even. I mean, they looked really good together. Like they had a good it was a pretty intense fight, you know. And then like I know like Gogeta ended up like hitting a couple like he hit like a couple was it finish lines? Like he started a couple finish lines, like 2 of them. And ended up pretty much like kind of finishing out Radz, you know, like with like and Radz is gonna tag his ass good, so I'm out of here. And then Nappa came in and Nappa pretty much healed him. Nappa did nothing. I mean, it was depressing to watch that. I mean, he literally healed him. I mean, I think he ended up like he tagged in, I think with like 2 something dead, like less than 2 bars, and he ended up with less than 2 bars.
He ended up enough. He ended up with enough health that if he tagged, he would have gotten his 3rd bar back.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this ended in a beam clash between our 2 little MVPs here, Scouter and Gogeta. And if Gogeta won, he would have gotten elite since he almost killed Raditz, killed Nappa, and it would have done a lot to Scouter.
And Scouter came in with vengeance, man. He's like, nah, screw this. I'm carrying this well. Like I'm gonna win this. And took out like Gogeta.
And
I think like
and to be honest, they definitely were looking like they were going to win this because Scouter took out Gogeta. He was going pretty even with Janemba, and then Bardock came in and absolutely tore through Turles. Though Turles and Janemba both tagged at a bar. But our little teal man, our little blue man, our little guy that can go into muscle, he brought it home.
Kind of crazy. I think Garlic Jr. or Yeah, it's not the guy I think is going to carry that team. But
especially
like,
especially after what happened in the previous weeks he was in.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's part. Honestly, when I saw Scouter starting to, take out one by one, character by character, I'm like, wow, they're coming back. They might win this. Like, cause I'm like, God Jr. I'm like, God Jr. is not the guy I think he's going to, like, okay, like he's going to win that game for you guys. But yeah, he proved me wrong.
Also, can I just say, my God, like, holy balls, holy hiffle, holy anything. Bardock on Super is motherfucking scary.
Super? I remember what build he was on. I thought he was on attack or something. He hit pretty hard.
He was on Super. He just had some melee pataras on him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't complain when he throws out an ult and deals like almost 3 bars to a character. He almost threw out 2.
Yeah, it got pretty close, man.
This definitely would have been a lot more in Kaiju's favor if Nappa, didn't decide I'm gonna take a break, not do a Kappa. He was in awe of Fusion, man.
What do you think? Yeah, I think he took him it went from less than 2 bars to almost dead after he did a combo and then went to and Bardock went into an ultimate and almost got down 10 gale or something like that. I think, right?
For Bardock or Nappa?
Bardock.
Yeah, Bardock threw an ult, did one combo to Turles, nearly killed Turles. He tagged. Turles was literally a hit from dying. He tagged. Garlic came in, swept through Bardock, and then the rest are at it.
That's your nudity right there. I was calling him that because it's making the DBDA.
Yeah, just man,
it makes you stronger.
I honestly, I can't wait to see what Kaiju's stats look like in the stat spreadsheet, because currently not in the spreadsheet right now, but especially Nappa's damage. I'm pretty sure he landed 1 hit, or he did negative damage. One of the two. But I think enough harping on Kaiju. Also, Kaiju is eliminated now, so we have our 4 people eliminated: Sentai, Cinema, Androids, Kaiju. So, hey, great testing season.
Yeah.
But anyways, shall we move on to match 4?
Yep.
Alright, match 4, we have Boojins versus Rugrats. And from what I could tell, Boojins was actually on the losing foot here for a while.
Yeah, I mean, Spopovich did not do anything. He kind of Derpovich did nothing for against So Jr. He just ate so much damage early.
Which is weird for Spopovich this season, because we've seen Spopovich almost take out an entire team on his own.
Very consistent, I guess, because So Jr., man. I think also because So Jr. is a small character, and small characters tend to do really well against bigger characters because their melee speed is a lot better and they can go through them.
But you know what small characters don't do well against?
What?
Kid Buu ultimates.
Yes, that's true. That's later.
Also, fun fact: Kid Buu is 100% ult hit rate. He has
so
hit every ult this season. And from what I remember from talking with Boojin's coach, if it wasn't for Wuhan using his ult in that match for the main season, they would be 100% ult hit for the entire team, by the way, because they've hit every Majin Buu ult, every Kid Buu ult, and the one different ult other than Buhan's that we saw this season was Popovich, and he hit it.
Wait, man, you forgot about the one out that hit the ground. One out this game. Out that clashed into a wall.
Hmm?
The poor go on booze out.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. If it wasn't for that ult, they'd be 100 out of 100. They'd be 100% ult hit for the entire team.
Crazy. I mean,
Buhan's
that's amazing. The damn freaking ball, it's so OP like in this game, man. Like, you know, like, that's why I said that's always love like Mecha Freeze and Final Freeze's alt, man. The same thing. They can do the same thing, but they even got a better version of it because they can max power B1 to it. But yeah, I mean, this balls are so hard to dodge.
They can max power B1 to it, but it does cause them a key negative. But guess what?
But
Kid Buu can just get angry enough to just spam them.
Yeah, that's true. Kid Buu definitely has better spams them a lot more than anyone else.
I do have a question. As an outsider, because do you think if Gotenks was in this week, would they have won?
Let's see, who was it? Soji was going Boo, and then Kid Trunks was probably, I think, because it was Gohan Boo versus Goten, and I think Goten beat Gohan Boo, or finished off Gohan Boo, and then kind of like was pretty even with or something with Majin Buu, or
if I remember, it was Goten versus Buhan. Then Majin Buu took out Goten. Then Kid Trunks went and took out Majin Buu. And then Kid Buu came in, and that's when the whole thing spiraled into out of control.
Yeah, I think that would have been. Yeah, I think they could take it because it would have just been Majin. They would have used have been Majin Buu and Kid Buu versus Gotenks. I think they could have done it.
And Cyberman. Don't forget Cyberman.
Simon. Yeah, that's true.
Also, for the second time this year, for Rugrats, people have locked on / dodge a rush that was coming at them from behind. As we could just see Kid Buu's pinball panic going, and then Cyberman locked on last second.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I mean, I know why A does that sometimes, but like, it's like 1 in a billion.
But hey, we found out the way to beat the small characters in the game. And now that I say that sounds really wrong, but giant ball ults. Let's go.
Yep, I need a ball ult. Ever go on, please.
I need a key ult on one of my good characters, please. At least you could have Kamehamehas for days.
Well, I got Super Kamehameha, which it's all right. I mean,
and then you have Father Son if you ever get it for Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, but it never happens though.
But anyways, shall we get moving on?
Yep.
All right, moving on to match 5. We have Derp versus Edie, and then as you can kind of see by the stats, everyone but Vegito did kind of.
I mean, yeah, like Krillin and the Krillin Vegito match first, it was a little slow. I mean, it was kind of boring at first. It was kind of charging, and then they like, okay, let's get into it, and then Vegito ended up like beating Krillin, and then Goku, which is kind of the amazing character I thought this week for them, because Goku took a lot of damage. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna do bad, but then he's like, oh no, wait, beat Vegito and somehow like bar and a half left, and then they ended up against Q, or I don't know how to say his name. But yeah, like ended up like doing that, going to Super Saiyan 1, and then doing instant Kamehameha behind it, which was amazing to watch. I mean, he tried to counter it with with the full power charge, but of course does not work. Ended up going to Super Saiyan 3, which is really cool to watch. I'm like, oh damn, but I was like, oh no, he's going to derp, because you know Goku's always tend to derp when he goes up. But yeah, he did it right. He took a present bomb, but ended up like shutting down Hercule, which was kind of crazy. I mean, he only did like what 10k present bomb, and like been tagged.
Yep.
Like and then Goku tagged out.
Mm-hmm.
Like crazy.
And as you can see, Hercule only did 20 more damage than Kui. Only 20.
I don't have the data out, so I can't. I'll trust you on that.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I have it on the slide.
Yep, there you go.
But I have a question.
Yep.
Do you think it would be worth for the team getting Goku back next season to put him in Super Saiyan, give him Savior, but not have the ring?
Yes, I like instant Kamehameha. It's pretty much unblockable.
Yeah, but without the ring, so he could de-transform or he could transform.
I think a ring would probably be good on him. I would say. I mean, Super Saiyan 3 is cool, but I mean, I don't think he's like. I think his cake gets worse as he goes up. I like base and I like Super Saiyan 1.
But
Goku.
Just imagine he de-transforms, comes back in, Super Spirit Bomb.
Yeah. Does Goku have it, or is GT Goku has Spirit Bomb, the giant one?
No. GT Goku has like mid Goku size Spirit Bomb. And Goku has the giant cutscene ult Spirit Bomb.
There you go. Yeah. And I like the Spirit Bombs. Those orbs, man, are strong. If you can get them spam those, man, like you can be like scary as Kid Buu.
Or if you're early Goku and just have a small one, just don't use it.
Yeah.
Or hell, if you use it, since it's technically a cutscene ult, bang. But we'll get to early Goku later. You got anything else to say on this match?
Oh, I was saying that it sucks that Herc kind of got shut down, and then Vegeta just kind of did Vegeta things and ended up winning half of them. Sad to see. I mean, he's also tried his best, but I mean, Vegeta just finished shining and come out pretty fast. With Rush Blast and finish shines and melee. It's kind of brutal.
So we moving on.
Yep.
Moving on, we have match 6. Budokai versus Cold, and this one was actually kind of close. Until Cyborg Tao came in.
Well, originally I thought this, like the first part, like I was thinking, okay, Nam should be King Cold. Like Nam definitely has the better melee prowess. I'm like, okay, he should beat that because he's faster, he's more aggressive, he should be able to bring him in, like take him out. But man, he just did not but King Cold's like, nah, man, I'm just gonna explosive wave and it's like taking to make it so it couldn't go in and be aggressive. Like he's explosive waving and taking tons of damage and just kind of shut him out. And ended up beating Nam with like 2 bars of HP, which was kind of amazing.
But what doesn't help Nam in that situation though is he has a faster melee, but it doesn't do as much damage, I believe. And 2, he has defense negative without the attack +2. So if he gets slapped by King Cold, it's going to hurt, especially since King Cold only runs attack +2. Or not attack +2, just attack +1. Zarbon's or attack +2 user. Never mind. But it's still gonna hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of King Code's melee. I think it's too slow, but dude, but he proves me wrong, man. Like he proved me wrong the whole year. I mean, he's doing really well. It's kind of amazing.
No.
Starbreak Tao.
I
And the
mean,
man that can't lose.
the match was kind of going back and forth for a while, and then the man who can't lose, you know, he technically lost one time this season. Of course, it was versus another android, but hey. The man who can't lose, the man who hasn't been in most of the season, Cyborg Tao himself. Just
He was scary, man. He was like I'd be scared to go against the Cyborg Tao in the playoffs because, man, he was good. He was doing some good melee. He was popping off with his Dodon rays, like popping off like it's candy, man. It's pop, and then like it's so hard to dodge. Those things are so annoying to dodge and stuff because they're so fast. The startup, it just hit like 10, like 7K damage instantly.
showing why he was one of 2020's elites. And I think just the thing is, Budokai has so many decent characters, it's kind of hard to predict what they'll bring in for playoffs.
That's true. I mean, 100% Frieza tried to. I mean, he tried to tap on my hand right when he got in. Didn't really do anything. Kind of dodged. Tried to do some like Nova strikes. Didn't really do anything.
He did a Nova strike, and he just ran through a B2 with it.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Actually, he did. He ran through a Donor Ray and hit him. Killed him.
Well, Nova Strike is the only move that I know other than Pycon and Nuova that can just go through B2s, since it does do that in the anime.
Yeah.
And either it was like an ultimate or it was a Dodon Ray, but he just ran through it.
Yeah, he's unblockable. Like that gets like Bokovich, like it's all the crazy meteor attacks, like what was it? Like Aurelie and
Aurelie's Ping, Spovich, Berserker's Crash. But those they can get hit out of it because, or they can get hit out of it or B2'd out of it. Nova Strike, Burning Tornado, and Hyper Tornado are the only three that I know that can go through a B2. And to see one happen from cross map, it's terrifying.
Yeah. That's the thing I love about, like, also that's the cool thing about also about the Finger Death Beam can go through B2s as well. It's kind of cool.
Also, I really wanted to see King Cold clash with someone with full power Death Beam. I just wanted to see him just shoot the finger. Just put all his power in the finger.
At the full power of their Final Form Faces can. I think Cold clashes.
Yeah, Cold. No, Cold. I was talking about clashing.
Yeah.
Cold's can. I think. No, Cold doesn't. Super Perfect Cell has the same B2 as Cold. 100%, not 100%. Final Form Frieza has Barrage Death Beam like Perfect Cell.
Figure he's got the Death Beam, which is like the one like little signal beam that goes through like Super Kamehamehas.
Yeah.
That thing has speed, man. That thing is super fast. It's like Donut Ray, but like it's speed, It's like fast startup, goes through stuff.
I know Mecha has that.
Watch, those are fun to watch. Those are awesome to counter. Those are awesome counter mechanic. I love that. The codes had that.
I think that's all that's really needed to be said about this one.
Well, I mean, just Dabber Tao kind of
stole the show. He stole the show, put it back, stole it again, and stole it win.
Alright, man.
Really all it can be. So, moving on, we have match 7, Androids and Muscle. And since Android's already eliminated, Muscle already has the bye week. They both were trying some stuff out here. Like we have defense, Eternal Life Cell. We have Muscle bringing in Chi along with test builds for Raccoon and Trunks. And yeah, it didn't go well for Muscle. Because just looking at the stats here, Android 16 nearly went elite again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was kind of happy that Chi was doing well at first. I'm like, oh yeah, Chi's in. You know, she was doing really well. I'm like, she was taking 16 down pretty well. I'm like, whoa, she's doing well. And all of a sudden,
then,
2 grabs, 16 immediately catches up.
Yeah, then 2
like,
grabs later, half her HP is like gone. It's like, oh my god.
All that work did nothing.
she did like all these combos, all these B2s, and then 16's like, yeah, I'm gonna just grab you twice. But to be fair, that is Master Throw, Pump Up, Attack plus 216 for you.
Yeah. Like she's like one of those characters where she has to do so much work to go in with stuff like that.
And then just one character just has to do only 2 grabs to do that.
And all that work just goes to nothing.
And what I remember, we didn't even see 17 come out. Like regular 17, not super. We didn't even see him come out, and we know his B2 damage is ridiculous. If it hits.
Well, I mean, kind of cool. I mean, it was like Raccoon versus 16. It was kind of fun to watch.
It was Chi, Raccoon, and I think a bit of Trunks versus 16.
Yep.
And then Trunks and Bojack versus Cell. And hey, we ended this match off in the best way possible. Early Piccolo came in, sniped with an ultimate. It was like he was flying away too, and then Early Piccolo just came in, just said whatever his ultimate quote is, and just fired it. Didn't dodge anything, just went straight through the chest.
Yeah. It's cool though with Raccoon though, when he tied in against 16 and like he tried to do a super explosive wave and 16's like, nope, whack, one punch and then knocks him out. That was awesome. I was like, wow, I didn't know they could punch out an explosive wave like that. They couldn't watch.
Oh yeah, people punched out of explosive waves all the time. Just I think that was just kind of the one that was like Muscle needed to get back in the game, because it probably would have also exploded the map. They were underwater a lot.
I'm not sure exactly what position they were, but I know he was underwater when he did that, but nope.
He wasn't underwater when he did that, but I mean, if it exploded the map, it would have been better for Muscle, because their team just went underwater a lot, and hey, that's what Android's like. But to be fair, only one actual Android went into the water. So, who knows? That's all I need to say about this match, though.
What I gotta say is Bojack, man. Bojack is crazy, dude. Was super plus 1 or something. He was like grand smashing and like, dude, looks scary. I'm like, holy cow! I'm like, oh, this is the Bojack of O, dude. This is like Gojak. I was like so happy. I'm like, yes, love this. Like he did well. Like I love Bojack.
And then so, what happened?
Yeah. But I mean, he looks scary though. I mean, he did some good. He beat like 16, and then like pretty much was like. And beat Cell, like and finished off Cell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, and those are not two easy characters to beat, you know. But he's a good melee, good dodge, man. He's BA Kamehameha, but I mean,
and then he just gets
to look really good. Or anything else? Sorry, tag, sorry, but yeah.
No, I think one character on Android's died, and that might have been Perfect Cell or Android 16. I think Android 16, since he didn't get the elite.
Yeah, I think 16 because 16 went against Bojack
Yeah,
and they didn't tag, so
and
yeah,
then
16.
yeah, okay, yeah, 16 went down, and early Piccolo came in, and then it was kind of just all over from there. But anyways, shall we move on to the last match?
Yep.
All right, all right. Now we have Resurrected Warriors versus GT, and this one started off kind of even, and in like the best way possible, and technically not the best way possible. You kind of want your character to like beat up the other character, but it started off pretty hype because Pycon was 1 health versus Ader, and then as soon as Ader got into range, Pycon thunder flashed him.
I
Just
mean,
was
that
like,
was I kind of
hey, this
I
is
was
my
mad
fault.
at that.
I was kind of, I mean, I can see why you were mad. I can see why people would be mad at that, but you have to kind of agree it was a little bit hype. As like Pycon's final stand, he just ults.
He was beating him pretty well. I mean, like he had like 2 bars over pretty much against him, and like that one thunder flash just kills him.
I mean,
Wow. Okay.
if it kills, it kills. It hurts. It hurts.
It hurt a lot, but I was like, damn, man. But like, oh man, like you should, because Air takes this guy.
And
I'm like,
then-
Air should win this.
And then Maju, not on defense Eternal Life, he was basically on N Vegeta's build, doing pretty well. Early Goku, being his early Goku self, and man, I don't know what to say about early Goku, man. It's early Goku. Kaioken Solar Flare is just it's really good B1 combo, and then Kaioken just gets better when he has Savior. It's like, why does this exist?
Oh, man.
But I think the man, the myth, the legend, the guy for the hour, Mustard Man Yajirobe, he did his work.
Yes.
He
And
came
Mustard
in.
Man.
He came in and showed why he's a decent character.
Yeah,
All he-
and
all
they
he had-
shackled him and turned the mustard.
All you have to do is just make him be the Mustard Man.
Pulls it out, man. I'm shackled now. Release me from my bonds.
Instead of a katana, he pulls out a mustard bottle
Yeah.
in the shape of a katana.
Crazy stuff though. Like he did like what was it? Hit him with good melee combos and a kabam slash to like GT Goku, which is kind of crazy to watch.
Pretty sure he did it like I'm pretty sure he did like a throw combo into an ult to kill someone.
Yeah, I mean he tried to like he did pretty much 2 bars. Was it it was pretty even. It was pretty even actually with GT Goku. It was pretty even with 2 bars around that until that full power like the B1 clash.
Mm-hmm. Which Yajirobe won and
like-
then he ulted.
Yeah, you know, then just like taking him down to like 1 bar, which is kind of crazy.
Well, actually, to be fair, it doesn't look that even because in the stats here, Goku only did 15,000.
I mean, you got it was. I mean, it was like say it was even until like about 2 bars, and it ended up being like they ended up like okay, Yajirobe's like okay, I'm just gonna do my combo and all, and
then Yajirobe just he tore through Pilaf, and then poor Sin Shenron got left alone with early Goku, his worst enemy, a Goku.
But I would say Sin, like I don't know, like Sin's like been up and down, dude. Like I was like after I saw him, like he's probably not gonna win because I had no faith in Sin. I don't know why.
Now,
Like,
if this was early season Sin, or hell, even mid-season Sin, I'd say okay, Sin's got this. Sin's got this. He's been like excellent. But lately he's been kind of. He's been like trying to take a rest, man, or something. He's not been doing well.
Just chill now, man. You guys got you guys need to pull your weight, man. You can't do everything.
It's like him and Pycon. It's like we can't do everything on our own, man. But hey, Pilaf's been pulling his weight. Been doing nearly 40K every week.
True. He did
Actually,
not do well this week though against Yajirobe.
True, but hey, what are you gonna do versus the Mustard Man when he's already getting started?
Exactly.
There's only few powers in this world that can match the Mustard Man, and sadly, Pilaf wasn't Pumpkin Spice.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yep. No pumpkin spice that covers him, but didn't do it, man.
We would have had the
No
battle
fault.
of the century, the battle of the memes, the battle of the legends, the battle of the gods, the true battle of the gods. But I think that's all.
And then I'm good.
All right. Moving on to our second to last slide, we have the tier list. These were done by the glorious derp coach Fiora. God bless that man. Here on the left, we have week 15. On the right, we have weeks 11 through 15. But I think the one everyone's here to see, other than week 15, is by Fiora's metric of stats, which means no overkill, main season weeks 1 through 15, and we have our top 3, or actually our top 5 of being what is it? End Vegeta, Late Piccolo, Android 13, Ultimate Gohan, Kid Buu. What do you think, Enemy?
I mean, Ultimate God, man, it's always a slow starter. Like, he was kind of derpy at first, man, but he did, like, last year, he climbed up. He slowly climbs up to top 5, like, last year. He was ranked 2 last year, and then now he's top 5 this year, pending the 15 stats. I mean, of course, Piccolo is all my nemesis up there is above him, but I mean, hopefully we'll change that.
But sadly, all the way at the bottom, have to give our respects to the Captain Ginyu at the 10,000. Give your Ginyu salute, Ginyu pose. Hate your friends, Ginyu dance, salute for the Captain, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad. I mean, I think Ginyu could be one of the core 3 on Sentai. I mean, he's a good. I think he's a good character. They're just not finding the build for him over this, or
they're not finding the build for him. He gets bad matchup. The FA stuff makes him go back on the bench.
Yeah, just give him Sparkling Plus, dude, and then buy change.
Just imagine every time he gets max power, he's just allowed to do body change. Infinite health. That's when they start disabling ults. Ginyu, first character to have his ult disabled just because he gets infinite health.
Be epic. Talking about like modding stuff like that, but I can actually use BTs again. But like I remember like talking about a long time ago, but it didn't really happen. Cool if that happened. They made it better. Everything's disabled pretty much, and he gets like a huge debuff, which kind of sucks.
But with this, shall we get moving on to the last slide?
Yep.
Alright, well, we have a little something different this time, since it's around the playoffs. Don't worry, well, I kind of forgot to put, we have the LVP next week. We have our playoffs bracket. For North Kai, we have Bujins as our bye week. And then we have hybrids with home field advantage versus Budokai. Enemy, how do you think your match is going to go?
I think it's going to be a tough match. I mean, like I said, Budokai looks really scary right now. I mean, I think it's going to be hard. I mean, whoever wins, it's going to be a tough match. It's going to be like 2-1. Whoever wins, I feel like we could win, but like it's going to be, I think it's going to be a close match. Like your team could beat them, and then Bujin, same thing. It's going to be like a close match. Whoever beats, whoever goes against Bujin, it's gonna be a close match again. But I think whoever wins North Kai is probably gonna go to the bowl. Saying it now.
I mean, I don't know about that. We have some other Kais with pretty good contention, but
Yeah, but
yeah,
on the other side though.
yeah, if it was me, I would say I do agree. 2-1. Whoever wins, hey, good job on you. Whoever loses, hey, good job on you. You made it to playoffs, man. But I mean, I think unless your team, or unless one half of your team can like start picking up the slack in teen and kid, I think it's going to be pretty tough since Budokai seems to have consistency on their side.
Definitely more consistent with, and Saber Towers are kind of scary to deal with, and Kid Goku. I'm like, he's kind of my nemesis with like doing well against us for some reason, like last season.
Hey, it's those small characters, man. They trip you up.
Yep.
But anyways, we have East Kai here with the ED on the bye week, and we have Namek as the home field advantage versus GT. How do you think this is going to go?
I mean, if I had to say out consistency, I would say Namek. I want my boy Namek to win because I want to face him in what was the finals, whatever it is, so we can run it back.
Semifinals,
but or semifinals, yeah, we want to run it back. But yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be Namek. I don't know about ED. Like I said. What I'm saying before, but like I think ED is a good team, but like I don't know about them, man. Like they're a team that I'm like I just don't know about. Like they kind of do the same builds, but they're consistent, but like you never know. It's like I think whoever wins against GT and Namek is probably going to go on to be ED. But I know ED is a strong team. I don't underestimate them, but I mean I'm not 100% like sure about like how ED will, ED did well, but like but like I said, their builds are kind of the same as last year, and they didn't do well last year, so I don't know.
Well, technically they did do well last year. It's just they barely made it, or they barely didn't make it. It was a toss up in Westcott last year, but I think whoever wins, I think it's gonna have a tough battle versus ED, because Namek last time they faced ED, it was they kind of got demolished because of Mid Goku. GT kind of the same thing, but I think they brought it back. I don't remember, but I just think whoever wins that is gonna have a tough time versus ED. But moving on, we have West Kai, bye week, Resurrected Warriors. Personally, I think one of the favorites to win the bowl for this year. And we have Royals versus Rugrats. Hey, West Kai this season for playoffs, all the R's.
Arkai.
I feel like this.
Guy.
I feel like this is some conspiracy because my team doesn't start with R. That's why I got out. But anyways, what do you think?
I think Royals is more consistent, but Rugrats have that splash of like Go Tanks. It's like your consistency versus like burst, capacity. And I want to say Rugrats. Like I'll probably say Rugrats just because I think I like even though they're having trouble, they both I don't know, I think Royal should win this, but I want to cheer for Rugrats just because like I know they have that burst of like Gotenks and they can come back, like they have their comeback potential. But whoever beats those teams gets to lose against RW, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, and for the final one, we have South Kai, bye week. It's gone to Muscle. I think top 3 for teams that can make it to the bowl: Rez, Muscle, and maybe a North Kai team. I don't know. All the North Kai teams look good, but yeah, we have Muscle for the bye. Cold has home field advantage versus Derp, and hey, this used to be Derp's home field, so you never know. But I think this would at least go to a 2-1. I'm gonna have to give it to Cold. So, if I remember correctly, Cold dropped their limiter on Cooler. Does that carry over to the playoffs?
I'm not 100% sure about that.
If it does, they have Big Form Cool. They have Big Cooler on their side now. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cole would probably win that. I don't know, like Derp's been up and down. I think Derp's been kind of in slider recently, so I think Cole should win this, and then Cole versus Muscle should be a really good match. But I think they're all going to be pretty close matches. But I don't know who's gonna win that against Cole versus Muscle. Probably Muscle, because Muscle is just really strong right now.
Muscle has two of the best transformations. Broly and 13. What can you do? But yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I think Cold will win this. I hope it goes to a 2-1 at least. I want to see some fight out of the teams, but I just think lately Derp's been kind of too reliant on Vegito. It seems like their base roster has kind of just gone down in quality over the last few weeks. Even though we've seen what their base roster can do, even without Vegito, they could take out an entire team. But it's kind of hard when in the last few weeks your base roster has been going way down in quality, and now you have no boost because it's playoffs. But
And now it's like full stats are gonna be like that. Like your vulnerability is gonna be on display. So
yeah, this is just pure raw. What are your builds going to do? What are your characters going to do? Nothing to amplify them, except maybe Cold taking out the Broly's. Who knows? But with that, come to the end of the Capsule Cast. There's a link to the Twitter, to the Discord, and to the website in the description. We don't bite. Hey, come check out the teams. Come join Testin. Come join the Stats team. And hey, talk to us. So
we're not scary.
Yet.
Yeah. That was a laugh.
Yeah, we laugh, but there's some pretty scary people here. I'm kidding. But with that, I've been your host, Destiny.
I'm Emmy Drawer.
And we will be seeing you next time.